Alright, hey y'all, it's Pizza Hulk, and I'm back in Call of the Wild, and actually let me get some stuff. And I'm gonna do some hunting here in Hirschfelden. I haven't been here since the everything got reset, so I'm certainly curious. Oh, I put the wrong one. Anyway, curious to see how things are working on this map. Uh, it's funny because, well, it's funny for multiple reasons right now, actually. Uh, you know, I was able to watch some videos of people hunting some of the reset maps, and I figured that it would probably be a minute, in all honesty, before I would see any Hirschfelden videos, because I didn't feel like it was probably anything on anybody's top places to go. And that proved to be pretty true, actually. There are a couple videos out. I'm not saying that, but not too many. And where am I? Gonna look around. Let's let the map do its thing for a minute. Come on. I mean, in all honesty, I can't even remember where everything used to be on this map or where to find stuff. So it'll kind of be a reboot, I suppose, of the whole map for me. And hopefully it'll be a happier thing than it used to be. We'll see. Let's just go up here. I do like to hunt. Fallow deer and red deer are two of my favorite species in the game. So they got those here. I don't really normally worry too much about the twos, but the foxes are kind of cool, so I brought the 243. And of course, I'm still looking for a diamond road deer. It just hasn't happened yet. But I think what I'm going to do first is just start looking for fallow. Hopefully they're still out and about at around the time they used to be. I don't really know. Oh, to that effect. So yeah, I was like, well, okay, maybe I'll go watch a video and I'll see. There are a few Hirschfelden videos out there, right? But I was like, let me get an idea maybe where some drink zones are or when hurt, right? But interestingly enough, so I signed in and I was like, let me go see what my Call of the Wild content providers are up to here. And what they're up to is not playing Call of the Wild. Actually, they're playing Way of the Hunter, which, more power to them. Uh, I'm mildly curious about it, I guess. It looks alright. I've watched a couple videos of people playing. I don't know. Uh, what I like about this game in particular, and a big part of the reason that I purchased this game, was I like hunting games. I always have. I played all the Cabela's stuff back in the day, and I mean, I believe I mentioned this before once, but yeah, the first Cabela's game I played had like it was it was PC, and I wouldn't exactly call it There we go. What are you doing out there? Having a drink. Who's up there in the woods? There we go. There's the sun. What are you doing, buddy? And just like that, we know when red deer drink. 6 to 10, so they're almost done. So I'm wondering if it's like the other maps. I'm betting fallow deer don't come on till 10. I'm betting on it. So, what do I do? Well, and like I said, I don't really remember. I remember thinking there were fallow deer along one of the rivers. Maybe it was this one. Yeah, how about we start here? But I got a feeling that it's just pretty much uniform on the maps now. I don't know if they're all going to have always the same drink time. Whatever. Guess we guess there's some red deer out here too, huh? Anyway. But you know, it just the gameplay looks all right. It looks like pretty stuff. You know, I'm not knocking that. The visuals or whatever, and you know, the hunting looks all right. But I gotta be honest, it's just there's one of the very first things on that game that I can tell I don't know if I'm gonna be a fan of is one of the things that I really like about this game, and that's that my animals they don't age. You know what I mean? I don't want them to grow up. I don't. Plus, I mean, so I came. Let me. I'm a little disjointed. So yeah, I started out with the Cabela's game, and you basically had this really kind of crappy visuals of wandering through woods, and then like this action would happen, and let's say like a little 4-inch movie screen would pop up, and on your PC, and it would play a little video, and it had like this bouncing crosshair that just you didn't really have any control of, and you just had to kind of wait until it landed on the animal and you'd pull the trigger, right? Uh, Hope for the best. Most of the time you ended up shooting them in the brain, which was destroy your trophy. I didn't know I was so accurate. But yeah, so I played the Cabela's games for a good while. I think once they started getting into like turning into these sort of like, I mean, I played one safari game where honestly it just felt like, what's that movie coming out with the Idris Elba and the lions? It felt more like a horror game with some crazy stuff. Like there was some cool. My ex-wife and I used to play it a lot, and it was like there was some cool co-op stuff. But yeah, I mean, there was one where she was driving the Jeep, and I was in the back just popping lions coming at us. Like 50 lions. It was nuts. It was kind of fun in that aspect, I suppose, a little bit. But maybe I should be on the other side of the river. Yeah, who knows? I don't honestly even know if they're going to be out here. What's up, pigs? So yeah, I wasn't overly impressed, and then, or it just seemed like a weird. It wasn't that much fun to just hunt. It was all about the stories and the missions, and like I said, it became this lion fighting game, this predator fighting game. which, you know, more power to you if that's the thing you're into. But yeah, I just wasn't. That kind of soured on me. And then I played a few along the way, here and there, and I always thought, well, you know, the graphics kind of suck, or the animals are kind of lame, or the shooting isn't as good as like a lot of first-person shooters, and it just really wasn't delivering. So I'd say, man, has it been a year? I've been playing this game for a year. I don't know. I'm saying I'm probably heading towards a year. But, yeah, here we go. What's out here? What's left? Give me, oh, it's probably a red deer zone, actually. What you got for me? Yep, I'll take those. Any zones are good zones in the beginning of the map, right? And like I said, the Cabela's games, I don't even, I mean, do they make new Cabela's games? I couldn't even tell you when the last one came out. Or if there's any out. But I had been kind of wanting something, you know, I play all these games. I play role-play games, you know, RPGs. I played first person. I played uh, survival games and building games and all that kind of stuff. And I just wanted something that I could just jump into, you know, and hunt and just wander around doing that, you know, hunting and shooting and having a good time. So I kind of looked around for a bit, and I noticed people were playing this game, and I watched a few videos, and I thought, you know, this might be the thing for me. This might get me back into it. So I got into it. I love this game. I think it's great. I play a lot. I've got like, I don't know, probably, how many Call of the Wild videos do I have? 40 to 50, maybe more. I don't know. Quite a few. Uh, so yeah, you know, I played quite a bit, and yeah, I was gonna say I might be able to pick up just some red deer zones goofing around today. A zone's a zone's a zone. There might not be fallow down here. And I've had a good time learning the different maps and learning, you know, the game, and you can pretty much watch that progress as I play along. Uh, but yeah, so this really provided that. You know, you could get in there and you could do some story stuff, and you know, certain maps, if you finish the story, it will give you a weapon or something. But for the most part, you don't really need to do the story stuff in this game. So I really kind of enjoyed that aspect of it. And one of the things that I didn't know when I first started playing the game, I was like, well, do the deer grow up? You know, does a 3 become a 4? Can a 4 become a 5? Blah, 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 blah. And it doesn't work like that. And I thought that was fantastic. I was like, you know what? I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about whether they're going to die of old age or, you know, be killed by other, you know, by or anything. So it was really, like I said, it delivered on pretty much every aspect of what I wanted from just a roll in and go shooting game. So I got to say that, yeah, the Way of the Hunter, again, I haven't played it, so we'll just take it for what it is and what I've seen, but I can't say that that's something I'm overly interested in. I don't know if I would count it. I don't know if it's a negative or not. Like I said, I haven't really played it, but you know, what happens? So I know they have a star rating, kind of like in this game where you have, you know, bronze, silver, gold, diamond. I think it's like a 5 stars rating. So, and you can even shoot. Let's say you shoot. There we go. There's one. You shoot one when it's a 3 star, right? Oh, there's a decent looking one. And you can come across that deer later, right? And uh, shoot it, and it could be a 5 star, and it'll still show you that you hit it, you know, when it was a 3 star. Now, I also think that dinks your score down, though, if I have been viewing correctly. But anyway, so yeah, you know, and like I said, I mean, do they age out? Do they die? What do you do with the young ones? I don't really care about baby animals on my map. You know, it might look cute, and I get the idea that you could say, all right, so I've seen this one born, and I watched it grow up, and I keep going to the same, you know. But the need zones are kind of weird too, so I don't really know. But I guess in theory you could sort of watch an animal mature to the point where you could take it, or want to take it anyway. Like I said, it's just not a mechanic that does anything for me, like in my, you know, excitement box. It just doesn't work. You know, I'm like, all right, whatever. And again, do they just can they die of old age? Because that's seems a bit odd. Oh, there's a bunch of them out there. There's a 4, 210. Another 4, 202. Some big ones out. Well, hey, that's neat. Thank you. I most appreciate. Let's see. I can get a better look at this one in the middle here. Yeah, he looks decent. Nope. Gimme. No. Oh, he's got one in front of him. I'm not. I mean, it doesn't look like, it's definitely not a 5, so. Alright. Got another one. No. I'm wondering if they run down towards the coast, because like in Tijuana, they're really heavily on the coast now. So. Almost exclusively. But I decided to go this way. I'm going this way. And who knows, I might run into another red deer zone or two. No, I'm kind of on the, like, I'm feeling like the steeper side of the bank. Oh, there's a couple of spots. So yeah, I really just don't kind of care about that aspect of it. I don't, you know. But yeah, it was so funny. I was like, let me go see what the my YouTubers are up to, and the streamers. What are they doing with this these new maps, and what's going on with Call of the Wild? And I could not find any kind of new Call of the Wild video to watch right now if I wanted to, man. Everybody's playing this Way of the Hunter. So, and I get it. I mean, a lot of these guys have been playing a lot longer than me, and especially if you're creating a lot of content. You know, these guys put videos out daily on Call of the Wild, sometimes double, you know, videos, special videos, and they, you know, they cut and edit, and they do, you know, live streams, and they you know. So you're talking about lots of hours out of your day. It's a lot of work, you know. Not for me. I just say PlayStation 4 broadcast, and you get what you freaking get. But yeah. Those guys, you know, it's a ton of work too. So just like any job that you love, I've had a lot of jobs I loved. I worked in the restaurant industry for a long time. I love working in restaurants. Man, oh man, it'll burn you out, you know. Yeah, I got a feeling they run the coast. Oh, hey, there's some beefaloes. What's up, buddies? What's he doing? Drinking? How do they drink at the same time? Then I would definitely say there probably aren't fallow in here. Because if there's one thing I've noticed from after the reset, they don't want too many animals around each other at the same time. Because it was causing lag for a lot of people, and I get that. I probably just made everything worse. Oh, there we go. Hiding any monsters in there? I don't know. He looks very chonky. Some threes. Couple of little fellers and their lady friends, but yeah, other than that, like I said, I haven't really seen the guns look cool. I like the variety of guns. Uh, yeah, I watched a couple of the scopes look eh. I feel like it's going to end up where it looks like to me you're going to have like maybe more variety of scopes and whatnot you can put on attachments, but it's probably just going to end up like most things where there's three good ones and that's what everybody's going to use. Just like in this game, everybody was all about the M1 and the well, pretty much about the M1. I like the 303 British better, but that was my personal opinion. Most people really like the M1 or even the Eckers. And but let me tell you what, when that 308 came out, everybody was done with it. I watched so many videos of people hunting after that. It was just nobody was shooting anything really but the 308. All right, so I know where some buffalo are. I know when they drink. I'm going to head back to the coast. I think I'm kind of killing a little bit, maybe even wasting, going this way. And I wondered if I should have stuck to this side, so I think I'll come around this way. The shooting looks, like I said, the shooting looks okay on Way to the Hunter. I don't know. I think at this particular moment, and that's with not having played it, but just knowing my own personal let's get a look. Personal preference of play. Oh, I'll give it a little while, see if it goes on sale, and then maybe give it a try. But the simplicity of this game is what I found to be pretty attractive. To me, it seems like they're amping everything that I kind of don't want to have in a game up. And it'll, I'm not generally one to buy very many titles like day one. In fact, I just don't. And if you play video games, you absolutely know why. It's going to be buggy, there's going to be crashing, there's going to be cheating, and there's going to be all kinds of mess. Really, until it gets straightened out, because they're going to release games generally too early anyway. It's just sort of the MO of our gaming community. But I haven't really heard too many complaints yet, but everybody's so hyped about it. And possibly, I guess, wanting to start having some of that new content for their channels and for what they're doing. So probably aren't going to hear too many harsh critiques of the game. I mean, again, it's just because it's their job, yo. And there's nothing wrong with doing your job well, right? So I can't really knock them for that. But sometimes it is a little hard to get that truly harsh, honest opinion you need about how a game sucks. Be mean. Let's talk about. I mean about this game all the time. I'm frustrated that I've got all these resets and all this crap going on, but can you fix my dog? Can we do something about him? Can we get more than 2 need zones in a zone when I have 3 or 4 there, you know? Especially on a map like Safari. Give me 1 second. Supper. Yep. My weekend was good. Didn't have a lot going on because, unfortunately, both of my children have corona. Yay! So, it's really been kind of weird. Supper's been kind of weird. Everybody's just in their own area. So, it's been pretty boring. I'm not trying to go out. I don't have any symptoms or anything going on with me personally. But, you know, just wearing the mask around the house is lame and all that mess. So, really, everybody's been in their in their own areas with their own media, doing not much of anything. And like I said, I'm really trying out just in case, because they say that, you know, my daughter was barely sick at all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's already on the other end of it. My eldest, he's, you know, he's had it a bit rougher. But I'd say overall, yeah, I would assume they got the Omicron variant, the one that's not quite as bad. Nobody's been wheezing. Nobody's had to have like to go to the hospital or even go to the doctor. We just we're doing it with over-counter the meds, and like I said, my eldest, he just had a real bad day where he was hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. Yeah, yeah, exactly. No long-term crap, y'all. We don't want any of it. And my mother and my aunt are in their 70s. They live with us, and so we got to be real careful with them. So, like I said, I mean, everybody's in their room, man. That's what's been going on this weekend. Everybody's in their room, and I'm running all the errands to try to get what everybody needs. Now, my eldest is out of school. My youngest starts school again in like a week. But luckily, that's her last test is showing negative, so be able to go back to school. That was her biggest concern. All right, well, I scared them off, but at least they got the zone. And they are out here on the coast. It's kind of a weird spot, though. It does look like I'm way out here in the water, doesn't it? Yeah, I hear you, buddy, but not much I can do about you because I can't see nothing. You know, this isn't a map that I play too much on. It's more of a visit, but I'm curious to see if it's a bit more fun now. Oh, so yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we got the crowded house too. Think you got me beat, man. Yeah, it generally stays pretty busy. We got a lot going on, but like I said, for the most part, I'm trying to make sure I mean, I hate to say it, but if anybody got it, at least it's, it's the youngest that are, there we go. I wondered who's just freaking out. The youngest that have the best immune system. Like 79-year-olds. Exactly. Yeah, that's how we're running here too. This is fit and fiddle as they are in their exact age. So yeah, we don't want to get those complications and issues. Everybody's got I mean, I feel like I kind of need to just do this. Is he still out in the reeds though? Yeah, he's still out there. There he is. Oh, the wind's kind of weird. He's gonna go. Oh man! Right when I took my breath too. Like, what did he? That's a bad track. I wonder if I can get him on the move with the arrow. Got him. Yes. Nice. Anyway, I wanted to keep it quiet. Just I don't want to stir up too much. This is just a weird. Like I'm out in the middle of the water. That's why this map is funny. It reminds me of Leighton Lakes like that. Alright. Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I don't have, like I said, it's normally I'd be getting ready to make supper, but everybody's doing their own thing. Because that way they can go in, they can make their stuff, wipe everything off, and avoid contact with everybody else. Alright, at least I'm back on what looks like actual shoreline. Nice. Yep, our garden's producing pretty well. It's doing all right. The weather's been pretty. It was pretty hot and dry for a good minute, and now we've had a lot of good rain, and we're in a little cooler, last cooler couple weeks. So I got a bunch of tomatoes coming in, a bunch of cherry tomatoes, and like beefsteak tomatoes, and some of the bigger ones. And then I grow a lot of peppers. I like to grow a lot of peppers, bell peppers, hot peppers, banana peppers, because I like the spice. And then I like to grow my own lettuce. Just because I like spring mixes and, the arugula. I like lettuce that has a flavor. Iceberg's just like chewing on crunchy water. Where I'm at, I mean, generally speaking, my neighborhood is sort of a little older. Uh, oh, they don't have the space. Yeah. I'm right in the old suburbs in America. So I got a giant backyard to just plant away. My sister-in-law, she plants it, I mean, like corn. Like, she has that much yard. They do corn and, wow, I'm like trapped. There we go. I grow cucumbers, but they do corn and cucumbers and everything. They've got a few fruit trees. Plums grow pretty well where we're at, so they got some plum trees. And I think she's even got a pecan tree, or pecan tree, I guess is how other people say it, going now. But yeah, there's quite a few gardens where I live, just because you don't see it like where my where my niece and nephew and those guys live. They live in sort of a younger type area. Nobody's gardening out there. But yeah, last year I did potatoes. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I've always had a garden, but I remember, especially when the pandemic kicked in, everybody was kind of like, we planted a little heavier in 2020. Yeah, and it's just a tradition. My both my parents' families are farmers, and so not only did they have crops, but they always had a big, large garden, and pretty much, You bought the vegetables and fruit at the store that you didn't or couldn't grow where you lived. So, and they go, you know, they did all that, the canning. So they made their own pickles. They made their own tomato sauce. They made their own, pastas and stuff. And then they tons of jarred vegetables and made their own jellies and jams. I don't do all that. I just grow. I grow veggies to eat. I'm gonna bum rush these guys. One of the issues for I always liked it. It was a good tradition. I'm glad I kept it up. We'll see how my kids do. They kick around and help out in the garden, but and of course everybody likes a fresh tomato right from the garden. So. But yeah, so this map is nuts. It's really hard to see, man. The shoreline. But it looks like that's what they're doing, and they're really spread out, the zones here. I'd like to see them grouped together. Hopefully there's some lakes. Some lakes where I can find at least a couple zones where they're at least kind of packed in there. Let's shoot for the corner here. But yeah, like I said, my mom's side, they grew corn and soybeans out in the Midwest, and my father's side, they grew like feed and stuff, and also they grew tobacco. Oh yeah, no, we got. I do have two. I have a pair of pear trees. I got it out. I got a pair of pear trees, and they produce so many pears that I can't even deal with it. The neighbors get some, the relatives get some. I will tell you what's funny about that though. I didn't know it until, because it takes years for them to grow and produce. But when they finally started producing, you don't get all of them. Some of them drop to the ground, and I don't worry about it too much. It's a pear, and they ferment, and the animals get drunk when they eat them. And I think somebody said that can happen with plums too, but I'm not sure. But yeah, they definitely get ripped. You go out in your yard and there's squirrels and chipmunks and bunnies just blazed out of their mind. So I try to get them up as much as I can, but you don't get every pear, you know what I mean? They produce so much. But don't have too many. I never really had a problem with insects. See, I was wondering if it's showing me out, like way out here. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to pick that deer up. Oh, is it close to the camp? Well, let me run this and then I'll go back and get it. I just remembered. I was like, man, I did shoot that deer on the run. It's pretty funny. And they'll like, it's weird because they'll I think some of them know. It's like they seek it out. Got some squirrels with a drinking problem, man. It's like when you go to the doctor and they're like, so what's your alcohol consumption like? And you're like, oh, a couple beers here and there. So I think that's just a female. There's somebody else is coming by. Another female. Oh, she got stuck in a rock. They're getting like trapped up in there. Oh, there's a whole bunch. Goodness. Right, and then, or like there's a questionnaire I did once for a physical, and they're like, how many drinks do you have, a month? I was like, I don't know. I don't really count. You know, like, how many drinks do you have in a normal week? And I was like, I don't. There are weeks where I don't have a drink, so one. And there's some weeks where we go out to dinner a couple times, and I go hang out at my sister-in-law's for the weekend, and we drink. But I just, I always thought it made me think of that. Those squirrels were out there having to fill out that questionnaire, like, well, I drink every day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is literally alcohol. But yeah, we get worms sometimes, but like the actual insects, I haven't really had too many trouble where I'm at. Oh, it's great. It's absolutely gorgeous. And this is a European map. This is, I guess, somewhere I would say in maybe Germany is what people kind of guess. And I think you're familiar with that area, as I recall. So this is, yeah, it's supposed to be like in that general area. They don't really usually ever give. The only place that I think there's one map that's Mississippi, and everything else is sort of implied. So there's a map that's supposed to be Washington State on the in the northwest, and then there's a place that's supposed to be Colorado, possibly, or Wyoming. They don't normally straight out say, well, this is the region. But yeah, this particular map is, oh, see the windmills? That's a really beautiful spot back there. As I always assumed was Germany, or some people, they'll say more of maybe like a Swiss vibe or something, but yeah, roe deer, red deer, feral pigs, European bison, uh, geese, and red fox on this map. And there's a Spanish map that has Iberian wolves, and it has a lot of ibex, and also red and roe deer. Alright, well, I'm probably out of zone time. Yeah, I'm about to go out of zone time, so I need to get back and pick up that deer. And I don't know if it's going to be, it might be faster, just a fast travel. Yeah, I really like it. It reminds me of fall here where I live. Yeah, like I said, that's what I'm pretty sure that's where it's supposed to be. So I'm here on the, and again, I'll do my best. The Hirschdorf River, Peter Shane, and or maybe it's Shine. I don't know. I didn't take German in school. My high school and college girlfriend did, though. She could speak. I don't know if what I sounded to me fluently, but she actually spent a couple years in Germany. She went to college there for a little while. But generally, when I think about this map or talk about this map, I think it's Germany. It is absolutely stunning. So nice job, guys. It looks great, and there are just some beautiful fields too. Absolutely gorgeous farmland you can hunt in here. That's usually where you find the fox and the deer. You find them out in like uh, I assume whatever kind of grain fields that are out there. Like I said, there's this huge area of windmills. It's a really fun and beautiful spot. I'd go check them out, but I gotta go get this deer. I shot the dang thing. I can't just leave him out there. Plus, I want to see how that arrow hit. But this is kind of what Virginia looks like in the fall. Lots of this gold and red, and mixed in with some green. We have a lot of pine, though. So it's we have a lot of evergreens mixed in with with trees like this mixed in. We also have a lot of oaks and some maples. Oh, I could have ran out in that middle part. Maybe I still can. Nope. But yeah, about October, November, this is where it starts to look like this where I'm at. We have a long coastline in Virginia too, so a lot of it looks like this. I got you, man. I know that fox scared the hell out of me. I must be right on top of him. He yelled at me real good. But dude, I understand, man. Get some rest. Everybody needs that rest. Get as many hours as you can. Yeah, I scared him just as much as he scared me, I think. He gone. But hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, man. Anytime, this game, like I said, I would definitely recommend it. It's a lot of fun. Alright, I think I'm going to get another sound. Oh, thanks a lot, man. Take care. Be good to people. Alright, here's that deer. Alright, what do we got? I don't see the arrow. Oh, wow. Just clipped his leg. It was super low. That's the trick with a bow, though. Thank you much. They're on the mend. Everybody's on the better side of it now. Well, not the best shot, but I'll take that 750. Alright. I wonder if I should continue running up the coast. I mean, they're definitely in here, so they might be at a lake. I want to go to this lake. The only problem is it is right on the water. So, unfortunately, when you fast travel to some place that's right on the water, you can have some trouble with render distance and having animals render in. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. So usually what I do, and I'm just going to go ahead and do it to make my life a little easier for the time change, is I'm going to set a marker about 300 and some odd yards back, hopefully. What's that? No, almost. Come back in. I don't think anything will be there now because there's only like 5 minutes left on their drink for the late part of the zone. But well, and here's another trick too that I've often mentioned. You can go around an area after an animal's drink time and just run around looking for zones. It's a good way to look for buffalo zones, lion zones, anything that's really like going to kill you. Certainly doesn't hurt. And that way you can have what I like to consider a more educated. Oh, there's bunnies. I forgot about bunnies. Oh, I can hear them. I can hear them. Oh man, I knew it. I knew he's right there. He's running right through there somewhere. There he is. Oh. Got him. Nice. There's another one. Oh, I need the scope off. He just ran to my left, I think. I didn't think they were going to come in that close to me. That was dope. Oh, and in a little rain. Nice. Boy, I got him quick, too. What's up? Didn't even... Ooh, you look pretty large there, ma'am, hopefully. Right? European rabbits, I think they want to be female. I can't remember. Ladies and gentlemen, from 37 yards, we got a right along. I love that now. I forgot about the bunnies. So I wonder if they have zones on here. They must, right? I doubt they put warrens in. Never mind. I guess it's always been like that here. I don't remember. Pizza, you play this game a lot. Yeah, but I don't play this map a ton. Alright, that I'm hoping is about 300 and some change, right? 335. Let's go a little further. Let's go just a skosh further. $420. Could have planned it better. You can't see the blades on the windmills. That's interesting. I don't know how those mills are working. Now, I know windmills generate electricity, right? Those types. And I know there are plenty of places that still use windmills to grind grain. But I'm like, do they use any of these big windmills to do other stuff other than make electricity? Blades are in. It looks so dope. I love that. I really do. I really do. I really do. No. No. I've got my red deer set up for, well, I'm used to that red deer set up for, Tiawara. For my new Zetters. Have not seen or heard the first goose, but I just got up to where the fields are. I mean, apparently, right, shouldn't they be, and again, I don't know how they handled it on this map, but shouldn't they be on the ground somewhere too? I'm curious how my goose setups are going to work now. I might spend a little time check. Oh my goodness. Whew, talked so long I needed a drink. I'm coming for you guys. I need that diamond. Cannot get a diamond on Quattro. I just don't know. I've killed so many. on Quattro. I thought it might have been the dog. All right. Let's see if these fools are actually in here. It'd be nice. I'll tell you what, another thing I miss. Well, you know, and like I said earlier, you know, don't be afraid to complain about your game. Now, I really don't have to be afraid because pizza's sponsored by, that's right, pizza. Do you love pizza? Well, doesn't everyone? I love pizza. You love pizza. Pretty much the world loves pizza. And even if you don't know what pizza is, you probably eat something that's kind of like pizza. Do you eat anything that's on bread or with bread and sauce and toppings? Like hummus and the pita. To me, I like to make those into little pizzas. Little hummus chickpea pizzas. Freaking delicious. Listen to me, y'all. I have a wide palate and I love food from everywhere. But give it up to the Mediterranean, man. They make some food that's bodacious. God, I love it all, man. That is my southern came out. That is a cuisine. God, that is a hard southern word. Cuisine. Anyway, I love it all. I love it all. I love it from the different regions. I love what, like I said, Mediterranean. I like Greek, Lebanese, Israeli, Egyptian. You know, oh God, they just know how to eat. Man, they know how to eat, and they pack all this flavor. Like I'm supposed to be doing an ad about pizza for pizza. Nope. That's why I have no sponsors, yo. Probably never will. I don't think there's any fallow deer. I'm gonna run around and see if there's any leftover red deer zones. Maybe this is where the roe deer hang out. I don't know. But yeah, give me some cracked bulgur wheat. Give me that hummus and chickpeas, man. Oh, see where I grew up and when I grew up in particular, chickpeas were something that were on the salad bar. They call them garbanzo beans. Oh, I got some. Ooh, who's that? Man, they really upped the game on these deer. I'm telling you, man. The threes are looking dope. The fours look like fives, and a five, when you see one, you're not even, you're gonna know. You're gonna go wow, unless it's a troll. So there are a few out here. That's good. Well, I don't know if I'm having a render issue or I spooked them or they're just not on this end, but I want to keep looking. And they really like these deer to wander around and come in now, so that could be an issue. They could be back there in the reeds too. So. Man, he looks beautiful out there. Let me get a better look. Look at that. Just kind of, I think he's in the water. That's what you want to see. That part I do like. Wrong. No, that's the right gun. Should I take him? I might take him. Kind of a far shot. I'm wondering if he might float to me though. Let's see. Let's go to the right range though, Pizza. That might. Am I down? Yeah, I'm down. You just get a lot more wiggle on the longer shots. He's dead. Any more males running out of there? Somebody I didn't see. Anybody running over here? Nope. Now, is he really floating to me, or is he stuck on some... Oh, I feel like that's real sketch. Because it looks like he's bobbing just a little bit. I keep running into this issue recently, since the last patch, whatever, that I run all the way over there, and then they float away. Like, right when I get over there. Alright. And I can't remember, but I actually think one of the reasons, even though fallow is one of my favorite, I don't hunt them that much here, is because of the way they're spaced out on this map. It just, red deer, everything that I can get off this map, I can pretty much get somewhere else, except for the European bison. And I think the other fox you can get is gray fox instead of red. You know, I just got to be real petty and say that the red fox just looks so much better than me. It really does. I would have liked to seen in Medved. Those guys are gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Don't float. How far? Oh, I'm way too close. I was like, why didn't those other deer come back in? Well, they're scared. I don't want them anyway. Pretty much pile of females. They pay all right. Fallow deer have a nice price tag, or price tag. What am I trying to say? A nice payout. They generally run about $800 to $1,000 ish. Yeah, I think there's really just this one zone on this lake. You never know, though. It can be a little tricky. Sometimes these zones just don't load in. I've gone to many places, and usually what happens to me is I'll get in there, I'll be, oh, this is a good place for a tripod. Let me put a tripod here. Put the tripod down, take a couple shots, come back. I'm like, let me hunt that tripod again. And the tripod's sitting on a big pile of deer. All right. You know what? You're such a ham, dude. You don't need to be in every shot. Look, see? That bobbin makes me nervous. It wants to float over to the other side where I was. Oh, look how low. Oh, double lunged him though. Oh, well. I love life. I gotta leave in like 30 minutes now. I'm texting. Sorry. But yeah, we'll take it. 370 yards. I really thought I was up a little high. I knew I shot a bit more mid range than I would have liked to been. I would have been up like a little bit higher on the spine, but I was, yeah, I'm lucky. Lucky ducky. All right. Well, I'm gonna run around it anyway just to make sure there wasn't, no deer. But I'm pretty sure that might be it. Uh, have kids, they said. Yeah, I love them. Best decisions I've made. There is another set in here. Yeah. Up in those reeds I was talking about. There's a male. 3. I don't think he's quite 300, is he? Yeah, maybe. Oh, you jerk. Oh, alright. You want to come out a little bit and stand broadside? I won't stop you. Come down, come down, come down. That'll do it. Again, yeah, I think this one's going to kick loose and come this way. This mechanic is weird. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely not sitting still. I think they're gonna. Yeah, he's gonna try to float this way. Okie dokie. I mean, there's rocks right here. This seems pretty shallow. I'm not even sure how close he can get to here. Oh, no, I don't see him at all. Oh, there he is. I don't think he's going to be able to get all the way over here. I think he's stuck again. All right, let's get going. I didn't realize how far out you could get in this area. But yeah, finish up a theme I was talking about earlier. You know, there are still issues with this game. There's still things that need to be fixed and corrected. There's stuff that I don't understand why it hasn't been fixed yet. Or are they pulling a... Let's see, that one's a little high. Did the job, though. I got a feeling that's it on this lake. I don't think anything's going to pop in over there that I missed or anything. So... But again, I would guess they're along the coast here. There's no real good outpost along there. Except the one I was already at, huh? Yeah, like I said, there's, you know... You gotta call them out, because if you don't, they can't either recognize the problem or nothing can be done about it, or, you know, they can just choose to say, oh, that's just the way it is. Alright. Good hunt, good conversation. If you're looking for Call of the Wild content and you can't find it right now, well, you're never gonna guess who's got some. It's old Pizza Hole. And since this one's cut just a little bit short, I think I will forego playing some of the other games I played. Like the Long Darker Arc, and maybe I'll come back and do a little more hunting tonight. So I will hopefully be back shortly. And as always, if you happen to catch this, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And if you see this at a... Let me get away from this music. Give me a break. No. So yeah, if you happen to catch this, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you see this at a later date or time, thanks for watching. I hope you guys are having a great day, and y'all be good to each other.